All right. Today is a new day, and we could begin implementing our script verification process. So today I think we're gonna start off by like mapping out the whole flow of things and then begin implementing it. Really, I need to figure out how we're going to implement our script and how our script is gonna load the individual components. So I gotta understand what that would entail. I know we need a script to inject, some web WebAssembly code onto the user's website, and we're gonna need some sort of domain verification process situated, which is what we're building now. Yeah, it's just a matter of building out the flow, really. But we'll do this today, and this is probably going to be a week-long process, to be completely frank, because there are a lot of steps into this whole process that I need to make sure are correct. So I guess the first thing we could do is begin mapping this out. So see what we're gonna do here. Initialize. Gotta make sure we emphasize the data we're passing. Use this guy for now. Actually, use this as the data we're passing. So we'll be loading a verification identifier. URL params. Essentially, when they click verify, we're going to inject an iframe directly on the modal, maybe a 1x1 pixel thing. We just need it loaded, so it will essentially load the user's website, right? And the website will pass a URL parameter, which will contain a unique identifier that we generate server side. And then when that script loads, well, when the URL parameter is detected by our embedded script, it will trigger some sort of call home function, which will then call home. The service will know that it called home because we're passing a verification ID in the URL parameters. And then our modal will have some sort of mechanism in the background, constantly checking if it got verified. And once we finish that workflow, we could then toggle that as the domain has been verified. And that could be our initial step. So we initially need to build the script that's going to interpret the URL parameter if it detects that it's being called from, you know, our namespace. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here as the data that's being passed. Action type. And I'm assuming our script will also have some the ability to detect what type of action type. So the action type will be verification, and then we'll pass the data. And data could be anything, but it'll just be a string. Something random that we generate and store on our end. iframe verification. iframe gets embedded, initialize iframe verification embedder. Actually, we'll put this in parentheses, embedded. And then this is the data that we're passing to the iframe website. Then we'll do something like this. iframe loads. Our script is loaded. Exists. Let's make this a little bigger just so you know. All right, we're checking if action type verify exists. And if it does exist, this will be our yes arm. And this will be, just put no down here, and this will be a hard stop, and that should be a stop point. A little yes there. I always forget which one's the CTA. Call to action. Where are you? I guess not. All right, whatever. Alright, then when our verification type, or our action type verify is detected, we'll then call home, and verify patient code. Right, and then we're gonna verification listener. Okay. If it doesn't, we'll begin the verification process again. We need to add another has checked 4 times. We want to make sure that we're not constantly running this. We have like some sort of timeout. So we're going to check if it ran 4 times for now. And if it hasn't, we'll just we will simply begin the verification listening process again. If it does this flag exist? If it does, then we're simply going to yes, display verification. If it does, if it has checked 4 times already, display timeout message, which will essentially be just asking them to make sure they added their script. Okay. Okay. Just keep the same terminology. Yes. No. Make sure this is here. No. All right, so the user accesses the verify installation modal. The modal will then, upon clicking verify scripts, the modal will initialize the iframe verification embedder. It will embed an iframe linking to the person's website. We will be passing an action type and data URL parameter, which will contain the verification code. The iframe domain is loaded. Our embedded script, the installation script, is then triggered if installed. And then it checks for action type, verify exists. If it does, it'll call home and basically do an API call providing the verification code. And if it matches what we have in file, then the domain is verified. If not, we stop right there. Nothing gets initialized. So yeah, that's basically it. Once that happens, it gets flagged within our database as verified. Our verification listener will listen. It checks if verified flag exists. If it doesn't, it'll check, move on to the next step. It'll check if this verification process has been processed 4 times or less. 4 times, essentially. And if it hasn't, it'll rerun the verification process. And then we'll go through the entire process and until we determine whether it times out or if it does exist and success message is displayed. That is a doozy, but this is good because now we have it written down, mocked up. So all we really have to do is begin implementing this entire process. And I think this is a pretty sound verification process. So the first part is to create the iframe option. So that actually brings one question. I may have to add a domain field here, because they do provide one upon signing up, but we should provide them an option to actually modify that. So presenting that to them here might be really useful. So let's go back to our XD real quick, our our UX design. So I think we might be going back to a two-step wizard. Or that's what we have so far. Give me a second. Alright, so we can either add the business website here, or we could add it, we can make this a two-step process, and we could probably repurpose our wizard component to handle that. Let's see. Let's try this out. Let's see how it looks if we do decide to do this. Pull some elements from our wizard real quick. Yeah, I only think it's going to be two steps, so I think it could be a two-step process, but there will be a verification, a confirmation window, so I mean, might as well create a third step. Man, I could either that's fine. We'll do this though. I'll put it side by side just because I like reading left to right. So we'll do business website. Let's add some. Follow the same paradigm here. We'll Alright, there we go. I don't know if it's going to be the right verbiage. I don't know. I think that's fine. Alright, we will download this SVG. don't know if I'm completely set on where this is positioned. The identifier, the step identifier. Not 100% sure. That's where I want it. Verify installation script. I can spell right. Missing an L, aren't I? Yep, missing an L. And then SaaS confirmation. Alright, this will just be a basic confirmation window. Let's see if there's some sort of party icon, maybe a party hat. Oh, there's a celebration one. We'll use that. And we'll center it. So we'll go ahead and delete that. We'll leave the button, but we'll remove it from the group. Like that. Oh man. Actually, I have to revert back, all the way back. Then we'll just simply copy this, put this over here. And I guess we'll use this verbiage. Oh man, that sucks. You would think it would auto detect. I wonder if I could just, nah. I mean, I could technically do. Worry about this later. I'm not gonna worry too much about this. We'll just keep it simple for now. Just to get the ball rolling. That's fine with me. Alright, so it's gonna be a 3-step process. And that's how we'll handle that. So we need to bring in our wizard. So we have a code block here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just set this up here. Just make sure we incorporate this. Use create. Sure. Components. Modal toast. Oh, it's in my front end. Damn it. Whoa. See, I need to move this to a single crate. So we're there. Wizard. That's the only thing. Let's do this. Actually, let's do this. Wizard. Right, and then we'll do wizard step, and that should be good enough. So wizard step. I know we have properties that we need to pass or step. I just don't recall which ones. So we have active, complete, and title. Title. This will be so what props do I need here? Children. Oh, okay. So we do need to implement a callback, and that would handle all our inner handles, inner triggers. Wizard callback. Missing something, obviously. Could not find wizard crate. Are you sure? I do see you right there. Oh, this is from within it. Gotcha, did I not? There we go. Alright. So we're gonna copy you, put you, that's not where I want you to be. We'll copy you, put you in our front end service folder. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some project cleanup earlier than later. Sooner than later. Wizard. That's strange. It's not detecting it. Public, yeah. Things look fine here. We have our hydrate method. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't think it's erroring out. Yep, perfect. All right. So we're here. Let's go ahead and minimize this. So something's loading. I see this guy being populated. So let's go ahead and add 3 steps. So this is going to be false. False. Yeah, I'm definitely missing some CSS too. I did increase the height of this a little bit, right? 543. So we're gonna do an even 550. So we need to also implement some additional functionality to our wizard. We should be able to like tell it that we want to align the step identifiers either at the bottom or at the top. Yeah, alright.
Coming around again. Termination, all that we might have been. In a world of unbelievers, there is no way of getting across to a crowd of true receivers. I think I'm lost. Hesitation coming around again.
I think the way I'll handle that is by actually creating a wizard option type and then pass that as a parameter, a property on the actual component itself. Because I could see myself adding a lot more functionality, and just having multiple properties just seems kind of ugly stylistic wise. And then I guess this will just be, where are you? We'll call this options. And funny enough, we'll use an option. And this will be option wizard options. Call it stepper position. It would make sense to actually put it within my options. we'll just create bottom right for now. No need to call it wizard because we are in the wizard module. Then we'll just do stepper options. Well, stepper position. Hide titles. Actually, we'll say this, not hide, because that's a false display. Or titles. And this will be a bool. Actually, we'll make this I feel like I'm gonna add extra code if I do that. Might as well just enter it. And I think that's fine for now, actually. So I can't use options. Oh, maybe it's because it doesn't exist. Alright, fair enough. We'll always pass it then. I'm actually going to use the prefix wizard options here. Not apply. Oh, it's the enumerator. I'm gonna have to make this a string. Partial. All right, so let's go back here and start implementing those options. Wizard options, stepper position. Fair enough. I don't have my props anywhere here. Props, title, context, props. Yeah, we need our wizard props. Hide. Yeah, options. Display. All right. So what we could do, so we have here our label, which might as well put this down. We could do if display titles. HTML. Unfortunately, we have to provide it some sort of HTML output. So that should hide that. Oh. Yeah, I do need to close this guy. Sunshine. Let's borrow this here. Let's also make sure we're not adding additional like padding to the top. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, I think it should be fine. May want to add on separate width. Yeah, I think that's the magic sauce right there. So this is our stepper. So let's switch this up. Let's make this this. Let's format this guy. Right, we'll add this. And this will be This will be a match. And this will be options. Stepper position. By default, it will be top. We're not gonna provide any sort of conditions there. But if it's stepper position, bottom top, bottom right, I mean, we'll just add the class bottom right. And let's copy this guy right here, since we already have the code for that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. We have this. We should probably also add width to the equation. Right, we're gonna use style. We're gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna do formats. It's unfortunate I can't use option. I could say, for now, we'll break it down. Stepper width. Empty. Else. I don't know if they'll respect it without actually instantiating that. Let's hope it does. So if width is specified, we're gonna do that. We're gonna allow it to pass pixels, EMs, or percentages, whatever. Right? And I think that's fine. That works. All right, so let's go ahead and add width. This will be a string. I think it's fine if I specify that. I mean, does it need to be static? Now we'll make it a string. This is gonna be, I think I used 30%. I knew it. Yeah, I think that resolves that issue. So now it's a matter of adding the style to my spreadsheet. Not my spreadsheet, my style sheet. Yeah, alright. So we'll do that next. Let's add it after all this. Actually, let's add it right after our last stepper class. Bottom right. Alright, this is gonna be absolute, bottom 0, right 0. Yeah. Am I running my Tailwind CLI? Nope. Let's run that now. It took our width. I think it was more 40%. No, 30% works. So that looks 1 of 1. Oh, close enough. Okay. Now it's a matter of, where are you? So this is skip for later. We'll yank that and put that in our step 2. Right here. The perks of reusable components. Am I right? I am right. So step 1 should be blank. Once it loads. So our initial step is simply going to be verify website. And we're going to pull the website. Works for me. So we're gonna use this top section on all our steps. Right, I think what we need to do is now first step is domain, so let's make sure we're should just be simply domain. Oh, verify domain. that's not working. Actually, I think it's align items start. Alright, so I'm gonna have to wrap this in a div and actually align the inner context of this. And that should prevent that from aligning left. Well, that should prevent it from aligning center.
I shouldn't want ya, I shouldn't need ya, but I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear ya sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, singing to me. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, making me bleed. You're in my
Works for me.
and it's so sad, it just makes me cry. Feels like I know you better than others, but you don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed.
Verify website. Form fields. Bring in our upgraded form.
I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, singing to me. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, making me bleed.
Options. This should be an empty vec. Validator. Empty vec. This needs to be required. True. Disabled. False. Icon should be. Let's see what websites. See what icons we have for that. home may be the best option for that. Field type, basic text, width, set it to 100%, sort. We only have one field here, so one. This will be loaded with the initial value, which will be pulled from the server. We're actually already loading it on this page. I may do another query though, just for this, because this may live somewhere else. Yeah. Business website, we'll keep it. For now, I'll just set this like this. Perfect. Form builder. Which will be the ID, the context, and submit button. All right. This will be util verify website, and what do we have on our XD? Confirm website. Yeah, option, so we'll give it a sum. Our website form. bug here. Serialize. Deserialize. The error now. Perfect. The next step is to output this guy right where we need it. So it'll be self dot verify website form HTML. Cool. I could have sworn I set this to quick content. Yeah, I could have sworn that's what I did. Let's go ahead and add that. We'll add it to the end just so we could remove it if anything. Be right back. I'll get something to drink. The only thing I would like mention is make sure you're referencing the correct source within your index HTML. So you would have to make sure you're specifying the appropriate Tailwind, because what's gonna happen? Appreciate it. Damn, a subscription, man. You're the second person to subscribe to me. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. That means a lot, honestly. You would have to reference it here using like the trunks. Trunk is basically the compiler for WebAssembly. So whenever you want to build WebAssembly, you need to use the trunk CLI, and basically the CLI will detect your HTML and basically know how to deal with these guys. So basically, it's telling it, Trunk is basically saying this is a CSS, this is where it's located currently, and it'll basically migrate everything to the working distribution folder. The Trunk website has a lot more context on that, but that part is a little tricky for me. For sure. Right now, we're trying to set this wizard component up. So a little background. I don't know if you've been around here before, but a little background. I'm basically building out all the components I need to build out and manage my SaaS solution. And I've already built out like several components, like the onboarding process, where a user will sign up, subscribe to whatever plan. And I've also implemented like the account settings, one of my widgets that I'll be using initially on launch. And now I'm building out the verification process. So essentially, when a user registers, subscribes, and logs in for the first time, they'll be presented with this pop-up, right, asking them to verify their website. And to do so, they need to install like a script, which will call home and do the appropriate workflow in the backend to verify that they actually own the domain. Once that's verified, then they get the confirmation. This will just allow the SaaS solution to embed the widgets of their choice. So there's going to be multiple widgets that the company or website owner could implement on their website. One of the widgets being, let's see what we have. One of the widgets being this little feedback widget here, and basically this allows anyone to leave either a text-based feedback or a video-based feedback. And basically, they'll initially, fill this out, right? They'll be presented with this video editor. Since I'm using my camera to stream, it's locked, so I actually have to go into device settings and specify the device I want to use. But I have a camera in the background right here, it's just so I could test this out. And basically, this allows myself to like link into any attached cameras on my computer or on my phone or what have you. Let's hope this loads. There we go, it's loaded. So essentially, they could preview the camera feed directly from here. They'll also be able to preview their attached microphone or audio source. They can also specify what audio source they want to use. Once they verify and connect all that, they'll be presented with like this video editor, which allow them to record themselves. So they could go ahead and record whatever they want. And let's say they need to think about what they need to say next. They could pause it at any given time. They could think about what they're going to say and continue recording where they left off. And essentially what's happening here is we're kind of streaming this data to our backend, which is completely done in Rust, which is using, I'm using like a dash protocol basically to handle the stream. I found it to be the most helpful and most efficient performance-wise. Yeah, that's the idea. That's exactly the idea. So the idea is to be able to streamline this as as simple as possible to anybody's website. So essentially, they'll embed, a script like this, similar to this right here, to their website. This will basically recall home, and depending on what widgets you have enabled on your website, it will load that script, that those contexts onto your website, and then basically provide your website that functionality. There's also there's also a widget that will allow you to display these recordings or these text-based feedbacks on your website. You could plop it into like a section, a content section of your website, and it'll automatically add that. It'll lazy load it as they scroll down to it, and load in like the videos, the messages, and anyone could play any one of the videos directly from your website. So I'm building out essentially the entire interface and the management portion of it right now. And one of the major parts is the onboarding process. You need to onboard the user's website and handle that. But yeah, we're getting really close to something actually feasible and like functional. So stay tuned. This will be probably take me about 3 months to get the initial features implemented and ready to go for beta, and then we'll move from there. There's a lot of things I have planned. I'm not like divulging what I'm gonna implement, but so far I've developed that on stream, so I'll be building everything on stream so everyone can see like what I'm doing and stuff like that. But there's the only things I won't be streaming is authentication, encryption, and things of that nature, just so no one really knows what's actually going on in that aspect. Cool. Yeah, man. I'm learning too, man. It's been 71 days since I started. I'm keeping a counter on my video titles, my stream titles. It's been 71 days since I started Rust and you all together. So come join me on my journey, and if I could help you in any way, I could, I'll be more than happy to. So I'm gonna go ahead and start building out our onSubmit action, because our onSubmit action will be actually controlling the progression of our wizard. So we will be self that. Actually, let's add this on our create function instead. Submit CTX link. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Focus event. And then we'll just pass this along. Event. right, so this is where we'll be handling our wizard controls. Be right back, 1 second. Verify to do. Actually, we'll just implement this now. So we have this going out. Kind of forgot how I was dealing with the stepping motion. Oh, I know exactly what I was doing. Verify. Yep, I definitely do. Where are we? Unstruct. Verify. Business website. Oh, that's what's happening. Mutable. Yeah. I sometimes type too fast for my own good. Alright, so our wizard events will basically instantiate. Yeah. There's times where I'll be like typing entire paragraphs, and for whatever reason I miss the word the and or the T in can't. So when I'm saying, oh, I can't do this right now, it says I can do this right now. And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And I have to like edit it and be like, I can't with the T. Such a pain. Sometimes my brain thinks too much faster than my typing. All right, so we got that. We need to instantiate our. No, we need to set our wizard context. So we have to add another. This will be an option. Wizard callback. Wizard, none. And then we'll instantiate it here. So this is getting loaded. So we're gonna do self, wizard, sum. That should be fine. So we've been actually passing. Yeah, you see, we need to pass our scope. All right, so we have our scope there. So on verify, we'll do self dot wizard context. If let sure. Where? Oh man. Verify. That means I'm. Yeah, no, that's fine. It'll most likely fix itself when I save. So what we're doing is we're going to access our wizard context. Right? We have yeah. All right, so we're going to go back here. So we have our on Veer website. Verify. So where's my numerator? Set state, set step right here. Okay. So this is going to be wizard message. Set step, and then we're gonna simply set it to 2. That should be valid. Oh, I have to disable. Where are you? So we're gonna do event, prevent defaults. Perfect. So I'm not using any, well, that's a lie. I'm using Stripe elements. And that's just to handle like the processing of payments. But other than that, I'm not using any JS libraries. A majority of the functionality is done using Rust and WebSys. And basically WebSys is just like an interface to JavaScript APIs or the web APIs. Like, you know how you could do document.get element by ID and things like that? You kind of get access to that. But more or less, you could control the reactivity and the visual of your app directly through Rust directly through you without actually having to worry about any sort of JavaScript. But if you do want to implement like JavaScript, it is pretty simple. There's several ways to do it. I mean, I can give you show you an example. One way of doing it is to actually using the forbidden execute command for JavaScript. You could use that through the JS sys crate for Rust, and that just gives you that API access. Well, it gives you multiple API access, but you kind of do that, or you could use WebSys API to instantiate JS like functionalities, and it triggers things in JS as if it'll trigger it on the website on the browser as if it was JS essentially. So let's add one more here. So on verify, appreciate that. You're gonna be the first person to do everything. First time I ever got bits. Appreciate that, I really do. What we have here is verify installation on. So I'm right now just creating all the actions for the script onboarding or the verification onboarding process. For now, we'll just do that. Actually, I think it's a mouse event. On verify. Oh, I'm already doing that here. So what we'll do, we'll kind of replicate this right here for now. And this will essentially instantiate our third step, which we can then begin implementing now. All right, so we're verifying. Perfect. Cool. And then we need to add one more. And we'll just call that close. I mean, I could really just use onSkip because that's essentially going to do the same exact thing. go ahead and copy this guy. What do we have in our UX design? What icon is that? I think this one I could eliminate that. Item center. What icon am I going to use? Was it party? Celebration. Just copy this guy. Got it, yeah, I'll fix that right now. Appreciate that. Nah, man, I appreciate it. I don't judge. All you're trying to do is help. And we don't have this guy. Celebration. Do I have a... Oh, I know what's going on. There's one thing you'll run into a lot. Well, until you figure out how to solve it. But any components or HTML output that you use could only return one virtual DOM. So one vnode. So the way around it is to either wrap it with one of these things, with an empty tag, or with a div or a container. And that will basically resolve that error. I'm missing something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, has a lot of similarities to JSX, a lot of it. actually right here. Let me borrow it here, and then we'll. That should be good. Margin bottom 4. Let's remove you. I don't need you. Let's make you 70. I also think I want to add spacing. I think that's fine. Uh, 40. Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah, that's pretty strange. Okay. So I don't need you. I don't need you either. We should just set you to width full. And this is fine. Much better. Okay, that works. It feels a bit off balance though. Feels like there's... It's because this guy right here. I guess it's fine, I suppose. Let's make this icon a bit upscaled, obnoxious. Let's make you 6. Let's make you 4. I mean, it's a stable release. I'm using a stable release. It feels stable ready. I mean, do they say somewhere explicitly where it's not production ready? I've only been using the stable version. Yeah, that's much better. Give the elements a bit of breathing space. All right. Welcome, Squeezy man. I've been there. You gotta do it sometimes, right? There's Semverge. Oh, got you. Gotcha. I understand what you mean. Because it doesn't have a 1 before the 19. Appreciate the prime. Damn, you're the second person today to prime me. NYX. Much appreciated, I really do. Yeah, that is a pretty hot badge, I'm not gonna lie. It's a shame I don't get it. Alright, so I think that's pretty good. Alright. And again, NYX, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Alright, so now let's actually get into the nitty gritty and actually start calling things. So the first step, yeah, it's like obnoxiously like pink and purple, which I'm not against. All right, so we gotta get some of this flow implemented. So we got the stepping motion already implemented on our front end. We just need to actually hook it into our back end to actually verify certain things. So I guess the first thing will be to actually pull the domain and allow them to update the domain if need be. So what do we have here? Let me first close a few of these things up. Right, do I have this in my bookmarks? Nah, bookmark that. Let's close this guy up. All right, so we need to add some actions here. So we could use the get account settings. It will accomplish the same thing, so we could do that. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go here. We have to now add our services. Lucky for us, we already have our account services implemented here. So I could just simply on create context. Context, dispatcher. Accounts requests. On get settings. Actually, I need to pass that. Okay. Now we gotta hook into our account service. So we need to add in our account service actors, we have to add account get settings, and then we could then do what we need to do with that. I think that's right. Let's make sure. Yep, that's right. Account settings. Let's make sure we set it to none here. Self.account account settings. And this should be, what's the data type? It's string, right? Account context, where are you? Yeah, it's a string, so we need to parse that. So we'll do Sarday. From string. Service. Data. Yeah, we do need to do this. unwrap. It's always gonna return a value, so I don't really care if I unwrap that there. And I think that's good to go. Let's line break this real quick because I feel like that's a bit long. So we should actually get that. So we should be secretly calling our settings API. Oh, there's some errors, aren't there? No method. That's hard to believe. Oh, because it's a dispatch already. Got you. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll send that on creation. So that should get called back. We should receive a message here, and that should get set in our account settings. So next step will be I'm running into a chicken or the egg problem here. Actually, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Because we could just use our form builder all the way to 5 p.m. or to 9 p.m. depending on how I'm feeling. If I have the energy, I'll go on for a very long time. But yeah, we're actually coming to a close. I think once I fix this, we should be good to go. So I have here my test name, my company name being populated. So I think we're good to go here. But I am gonna wrap it up here. I pretty much got everything situated. I mapped out my entire workflow on stream here. Just basically how we're gonna deal with the entire verification process. I began implementing the front end user interface, which will allow them to step through the entire process seamlessly and allow them to provide the necessary changes they need to. But yeah, we're gonna touch base on this tomorrow for sure. I'll be on most likely between 5 to 5:30 p.m. So catch you guys there. And again, I really appreciate all of you guys coming by, subscribing, and leaving bits. That like today, you guys had made my day. This is probably the first time I've anyone has ever like subbed that many times in a day. So I'm really excited. So I really appreciate everyone here. But I do have to go. I have a few things I have to take care of. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye. Deuces.